In 2013, my brother was abducted in Mogadishu. And so since then, we don't know, where he is. We just know that he was taken in Mogadishu. So after the first year, the second year of just trying to follow up with the government, just going through the paces, I would say, I thought, why not write his story? Even if, I don't know from that side what's going on, there's what we as a family have been going through and other families as well. Because after, I think in the fourth or fifth year, I did reach out because now it's the ninth year since, he's been taken. So I sort of reached out to people and people reached out to me and they would tell me, even so-and-so, my family is going through the same thing. Even if it's not Somali or Mogadishu, you'd find people are saying in Congo, in wherever, guys have been taken, their family members, and the one thing that I think rings very true to us even as a family is that other than the closure of it all, the having to know, is he alive, or what is it that is needed from us, can we give, and so he can come back to us, is the number of Kenyans that have been taken there in Mogadishu. And I've been able to speak to a few survivors, guys who've come back for like 2-3 years. Someone was taken okaka 2-3 years, then wakarudi. So I've spoken to a few of the guys, and they're telling me there are a lot of Kenyans there, Kenyans in the army, civilians. So basically, this is something that is happening. The way you'd think it's just happening outside in the movies. Until it happens to you, and there's no place you can go for maybe Abductors Anonymous, and just go and have a conversation and mupeane moyo. It's 9 years later, so everything has been said, and according to me, nothing has been done, because if something were to be done, then my brother would be here with us, isn't it? Because 9 years, really, again, I'm not in the government. I don't know how people work, but I'm just saying, 9 years, he has put in his time. Hata kama alikuwa jela, alikuwa amefanya makosa mahali, sidhani angekuwa amefungwa hiyo miaka yote, sahi angekuwa ni kumaliza home stretch. Unaona? I think huyu mtoto anawapenda. Yes. Me, I don't do interviews. Kama mumeniona pali pengine muniambie. Na si Citizen. Musiseme Citizen. Kama umeniona mahali pengine, haya, mjue hii 2022 pia nyinyi mmebariki. Barikiwa.
Hello and welcome. My name is Kalandu Musimi. Now I'm seated next to Wanjiko Mburu, aka Mama Baha. Please give it up for her, Mambo.
Poa sana, Liz.
By the way, first of all, I want to thank you for, honoring us with your presence.
Okay. When you say honoring, but karibuni sana. It's good to have you guys in Rongai, yes. My home. So I'm also really humbled and privileged that I'm here.
And we are at the Smith Hotel in Ongata Rongai. Big up to the management. First of all, you have a project you're working on, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about your project.
Well, other than this project, the baby project, there's a project I've been working on like for the past 4 years. It's a movie that would go into a series, and it's basically the story of my brother. So it's called Mpasho. So there's Mpasho the film, feature film, and Mpasho the series. So that's what basically has been keeping me busy.
So these projects, how soon do we expect it to be released?
Well, I think good things come to those who wait. And you see, I've been working on it for the past like 4 years. So I'm hoping, of course, this year I won't be able to do quite, because I'm acting in it as well. Other than producing, I'm also acting in it. So I won't be able to this year. So I think we're still in pre-production. We're still, just farming up the script, getting the actors on board, the other actors on board, locations, because it's a whole movie that involves two countries. It involves Kenya and it involves Somali. Yeah, so I mean that in itself would take almost a whole year of just pre-production and just getting everything together. But yeah, so let's hope by the time we get to next year, then we'll have things set and on the ground running. Yeah.
You spoke about being a project about your brother, right? Is it his life experience, everything to do with him?
Well, this is what happened. It's in 2013. My brother was abducted in Mogadishu, and so since then, we don't know, where he is. We just know that he was taken in Mogadishu. So after the first year, the second year of just trying to follow up with the government, just going through the paces, I would say, I thought, why not write his story? Even if, I don't know from that side what's going on, there's what we as a family have been going through and other families as well. Because after, I think in the fourth or fifth year, I did reach out, because now it's the 9th year since, he's been taken. So I sort of reached out to people, and people reached out to me, and they would tell me, even so and so, my family is going through the same thing. Even if it's not Somali or Mogadishu, you would find people are saying in Congo, in wherever, guys have been taken, their family members, and the one thing that I think rings very true to us, even as a family, is that other than the closure of it all, the having to know, is he alive, or what is it that is needed from us, can we give, and so he can come back to us, is the number of Kenyans that have been taken there in Mogadishu. And I've been able to speak to a few survivors, guys who've come back for like 2-3 years. Someone was taken wakaka 2-3 years, then wakarudi. So I've spoken to a few of the guys, and yeah, they're telling me there are a lot of Kenyans there, Kenyans in the army, civilians. Yeah, so basically, this is something that is happening. The way you'd think it's just happening outside in the movies, until it happens to you. And there's no place you can go for maybe Abductors Anonymous, and just go and have a conversation and mupeane moyo. There's nowhere you're told that, can we go, if you go to this office, you will be assisted in this way or the other. We were just like blind people clutching at just going from one office to another. The first 1 year was horrible, without knowing really what happens. Yes, they have been taken, and then and then what? So that has been the journey, and I thought, why not just put it into a script? Because this is the only way I know how to communicate. This is the only way I know how to, tunaambiwa sisi ni kioo ya jamii. So this is the only way, not just for our family, but for other families that have people, their loved ones, that have been taken. So to form either closure, hope, whatever you will draw from the film. This is just my way of communicating and saying, you know what, this has happened, it is not right, but we'll be good. Yeah.
Do you think the government has done enough to help?
Well, the Lord. I don't know, and I wouldn't be able to say, because you see, we are the affected. Yeah. It's 9 years later. So everything has been said. And according to me, nothing has been done. Because if something were to be done, then my brother would be here with us, isn't it? Because 9 years, really, again, I'm not in the government. I don't know how people work, but I'm just saying, 9 years, he has put in his time. Hata kama alikuwa jela, alikuwa amefanya makosa mahali, sidhani angekuwa amefungwa hiyo miaka yote, sahi angekuwa ni kumaliza home stretch, unaona? So I think even for his family, for the children, 9 years is a long time. And when you ask, has the government done anything? Well, I hope they are silent workers. Wana work huko chini ya maji. But again, mi ndio nimeaffectiwa. So of course I would say there's nothing that has been done because I can't see my brother here with me. Well, maybe they are doing something. I don't know. Yeah.
Do you have faith you're gonna meet?
Definitely, because this is the only thing we can have is hope and faith, because unless uone mwili yake hapa, hata wale wamelala, wale wamekufa, we still hope to see them one day, isn't it? Yeah. So huyu ambaye mimi sijaona mwili yake, naona anytime anaweza tembea hata hapa the Smith. Nimwambia aya, kwani uko hii base, you get? But yeah, so the only thing we can have, and even after talking to the guys there, the survivors who came back, there's one lady who told me something. She said, what I would pray for, other than for your family, for his family, is that he never loses hope. Because once you lose hope, when you're there, then that's it. Yeah. So this is the only thing we have, that the hope I have can be transferred also to him. And he will continue to realize that we are there with him. We are pushing, we are trying everything that we can to bring him back. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And you guys just wait for Mpasho.
Yes.
It's coming through.
Yes,
very soon. Sindio? Very soon. Yes. And I know you, when you obviously remember him most of the time because he's your brother. But is there instances that, you remember him for specific things?
Every day. I think I have quite a number. I have a tattoo here and I have a tattoo here. So first of all, written his name. So
this one is for his name?
Yes, it's written Gijo. Yeah.
George.
Yeah, George. Yeah, that was his nickname. Is his nickname. I grew up with boys. I had 3 brothers. 2 passed on. And so me growing up, I grew up with boys, tomboy, the whole thing. So we were really close. So every other day, I would always be with Georgie somewhere, doing whatever, just going. We loved traveling, just hanging out. So my life, I would be, maybe I want to buy something, a car. It would always be him I would call and where tuende hivi ama niitie mechanic fulani. So he was that person in my life, you get. From when we were young, we've always been very close, and especially with him, with Georgie, because you see these other ones passed on. When my firstborn brother passed on when I was in class 8, the other one when I was finished Form 4. So after that, ni Georgie tu nilibaki na yeye. So we would do most of the things, and especially every Sunday, whether yeye alikuwa mtu wa white cap whether akona hangover, Sunday asubuhi lazima tungekutana, hata kama anasoma gazeti yake na mimi ninafanya whatever. I love shooting pool. Lazima tungekuwa pamoja just to debrief how the week was, how akina my parents are doing, what is expected of us in that time. Even when I moved away from Rongai, because he was still based here, even when I moved away from Rongai, I'd always make sure that over the weekend I'm in Rongai so that we can just touch base, or he would come to where I was. So in every aspect of my life, other than the past 9 years that have been just that journey, he's been a constant in my mind throughout. Yeah. Yeah, so I can't say that there's anything specific. Anything I see, I see a white cap. I remember Georgie, Yeah, so basically, he's here with me. Yeah.
It's true. And if you're carrying a son, would you name him after him?
Well, no, because no, it should definitely be my father. You get what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, time yake si iko. Yeah, bado ni kijana. Wacha tu nini dad. But hapana siwezi mpatia. Alafu pia kimila bado hajafikiwa wakati wake. Wacha tumwandike huku kwa matatu. Wacha akae huku kwa matatu.
By the way, kwa hii interview I keep on referring to you as Mama Baha, Mama Baha. Do you identify yourself as Wanjiko or Mama Baha?
Well, see now, these two things are mutually is one because Mama Baha I think ndio inajulikana sana, but pia nitatoka huko nje kute mtu mwingine ananiita Kathy. So mi nasema, I tell people I am Wanjiko Mburu, I am Shiko, I am Shix, I am however I have impacted your life. That's how you know me and that is me. You get? Ukitaka wezi ni separate kutoka kwa Wanjiko Mburu the person and the characters I have played. Sasa Mama Baha tuseme ndio imekuwa sana. We are fortunate to be in Citizen, and Citizen is inaonekana places mingi. But kuna watu wengine vile nimekuambia, I would go and some people call me Tiri, and that's another series I did. It's right now on Showmax, by the way. It's called Borderline. Kuna mwingine ataniita Kathy, hiyo pia ni kitu kingine nilifanya according to vile mimi nilimuimpact. Labda yeye hakujazika na Mama Baha. But hiyo ndio mimi ni hao watu wote. Wacha tu tuseme.
You know what? I choose to call you Mama Baha. And I was speaking to Baha when the show came to an end. And he was quite saddened. What was your reaction?
Well, I mean, this is something that we had been doing for about 12 years. So you see these people every other time, every other day. It is your work and you find joy in it. You get job satisfaction doing it. So it ceases to be work. It becomes home, family. You get? So after 12 years of relationships, of course it's painful. It's heartbreaking. But I mean, everything has an end. Has a beginning and has an end. So we take it in good stride and we are grateful for those years that we were together. We formed relationships on and offset. Yeah. There are still people we talk to. Haikuwa kazi peke yake. Hivyo ndio nataka kusema, it wasn't just work. You know, mtu akiwa in genuine need, ata reach out na anajua, if I can, I will. You get? Because we went past that line of saying ini kazi peke yake. For 12 years when niambie, from when these people were children to now they are adults, was unless when ni mawe. That's when ni mawe. But yeah, that was something to detach. And you see, as artists, as actors, the thing that we do is we immerse ourselves into the roles. We immerse. A good actor immerses themselves. So even there are things I do right up till now. Nani Mama Baha. Someone who knows me atanambia, and you see me, I'm a tomboy. So getting the tomboy out and then putting the Mama Baha there is quite a whole thing. So there are sometimes I would do something and someone would tell, no, hapo umebehave kama Mama Baha. And you see, it's, I don't know, 3 years later, since the program ended. So that immersing, it's not easy for us again to break away. Yeah, it takes a lot for us to, I call it derolling, to deroll takes a lot. So I mean, again, 12 years is a long time.
Then you would say that the show Machachari has impacted your career in a big way?
Well, growth. Growth, because it was a different character, and I pride myself in being a versatile actor. That I can be a mama here, I can be a thug in this other one, I can be a prostitute, I like doing versatile roles, not the same roles. So being Mama Baha, of course, then elevated me and made me grow as an actor and tap into, without having children of my own. You get, I was portraying a role that was not me in any way, was not Wanjiku, was not Shiko. It's just the script and the understanding of the role that I was given and what was needed of me. Yeah, so definitely has impacted, has made me grow and realize again my potential as an actor. Yeah, so definitely yes.
You've played so many roles in different projects. Which one would you say was the most challenging role?
Well, I think there's a short film I did. It's called Torture. In Torture, short film, I was being tortured and I was acting upside down, like being hanged upside down. That one, I remember at one point the director saying, by the way, kama inakulemea tunaweza kufunga hivi ukae hivi. Kasema hapana. Right, aliandika huyu mtu ako upside down. Yeah. And I'm telling you, that took a toll on my body, because you're upside down not for one take or two takes or three takes. Upside down, you have lines you have to deliver. Blood is getting into your head. From there, I think I started getting insane headaches. But yeah, I mean, this is the cost of being an actor. I loved it. It was a challenge, but I would never do it again. I think nimezeeka sasa na pia weight yangu haiwezi kubali, but I'm up for those challenges. The other one, but I loved it. The challenge of it was borderline. Playing Tiri, this bad girl, gangster chick, mazi thug, was just insane getting into that role and being able to speak Sheng, to do those things that character needed. But I think the one that takes the cup is Torture, just doing something out of the ordinary. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that's why you are outstanding, you know. And you mentioned you having still talking to some of the cast of Machachari, by the way. Do you speak to your children, Govi and Baha, of course?
Well, let me say, not as much as, would be expected, because again, we all have our lives to live. These guys now are big people. They are grown-ups. They have college and just their lives. You get, so not like we used to communicate, definitely, but once in a while they would be hi. Yeah.
Do you ever reach out to Ian Nene?
That has been a while. It's been a moment. The last time I think I was speaking to him or about him, there was someone who needed him for a role, and they thought to reach out to me first so that I can, for contacts. I think that was the last time, so not so much. Yeah. Again, people, lives. It's not saying that we meet here, there is no connection, but that space for someone to be, to grow. Yeah.
And and on social media, he's been receiving a lot of trolls, especially from Kenya. What would be your opinion on anything about him, whether it's his decisions or whatever it is?
Well, first of all, trolls. I mean, people will always have an opinion. You get, it is not for me or you to judge anybody. I mean, if God himself doesn't propose to judge anyone until the end of time, who are we? Sawa? So that is my stand on anybody, anything that doesn't concern you. Mind your own business. Live a quiet life. That is the Bible, by the way. So, me, as long as you are happy, you do you. Mimi, unless una interfere na maisha yangu, that's when I will come up and say, hey, yo. But yeah, we fanya yako, mimi fanya yangu. Mambo ni mingi sana ya kufanya, rather than sitting and deciding that na huyo kwa nini amevaa kiatu ya high heel. No, I think let's move past that. Let's grow. Yeah, many things to do. Yeah.
And I should have started by congratulating you. When you first knew that you were pregnant, how did you react?
Well, to be honest, I was surprised. Higher. Because it's been a while. You get since even having a thought that you can be pregnant. So I kind of just put it in the back burner and concentrated on other things. But first of all, I am born again. So spirituality for me is quite important. And a while back in 2018, I purposed to go away and pray about my life, just the direction that my life was. Where are we going? And one of the things that I prayed for was a family, you know. And at the end of the prayer and fasting, God told me he would give me children. And so I think I laughed at that. I said, hey, okay. You know, like Sarah. Sarah is the one who laughed in the Bible. So I was like, okay, I believe you. You are my father. You are the author and the finisher of my faith. Yes. So, let me wait. 2018, 2019, hata mutu. Sembuse watoto. Hata mutu. Hey, sasa mimi nikasema, God, but God na mambo ya? And nikawacha. So when I started feeling funny, I said, my person told me, you might be pregnant. I said, there's nothing like that. Day 1, day 2, day 3 said we are going for tests. And we went. And I was pregnant. And to tell you the truth, until I started seeing I was still not convinced that I can be, and the conversation with God again would just come. I said, I'm going to give you children, a boy and a girl, specifically a boy and a girl. I said, mambo ya Mungu nayo, sio yangu. So it was quite, it was a good surprise. And just saying to God, sorry, I doubt, but I am just a man. Yeah, you know, but God's timing, is the best. Yeah.
And now you're living your answered prayers. But you mentioned you laughing when God told you, you know what, I'm going to give you children. Does that mean you had been looking for kids?
Yes, I love children. And I think maybe that is why the role Mama Baha was very easy for me to play. Because then I was dealing with children. Like Mili, my last girl, she'll always be mine. I started acting with her when she was 6 months. So you see the connection. And we would really just use her, not double children on set when Akilia. So I would really, as much as her mother was there with us on set, but I would really just, give her what she needed to not really cry and all that, be uncomfortable. So I've always loved children. I think I have a big heart. So yeah, children was always something. And even the way I was brought up. it was something I had really wanted. But I also said, in case I cannot have, then it's still okay. You know, whatever the Lord decides. And I'm a firm believer that He says He fulfills the desires of our hearts. Yeah, so.
And of course, you met someone who is around here with us but cannot come to the camera. Yes. Where did you guys meet?
Hey, well, now, I have known him for about 11, 12 years. So we met on a set. He's a cameraman. And so we met on set. There's a show I was doing way back when, about now, like what? Those 10, 11, 12 years ago. There's a show that was called Awesome Threesome that later became One Too Many on Nation. So when we were doing the pilot for it, he was one of the camera people. So that's how I knew him. And also from Rongai, because then he would come to Rongai for whatever. He had friends in Rongai. So that was then those years back. Then cut to, we've kind of just, the industry. He went his way, I went my way. He went to another company. We just kind of fell out. Then cut to 2021, I go for a hike in Ngong Hills, our beautiful Ngong Hills. And who do I see also doing the same thing, going for a hike? Him. And so now that is how we kind of just came back together. Yeah. So basically, I would say on set. I met him on set. Yeah.
And you prayed about a person, a man, and of course a family. But what makes him tick?
Well, wow. He's a gentle soul. He's the things that I prayed for are what I see in him, and also for my mom, my late mom. My mom would always pray for specific things about the men in my life, or the man who would then be my husband. And the most important for me was a man after God's own heart, a man who loves God. Because then I believe that if you can love God, then you can love me. You get? So that with him is, he loves God. and other than all these other things, I believe if you are right and your relationship is right with God, then you see the way the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these other things will be added unto you. That for me is just the number one. Let's not go into he's anger rich, No, we are just saying that he loves God. So all these other things have been added unto him. Yeah.
And now that the pregnancy is here, is it smooth?
Well, I don't know, because I've never had another one. But so far so good. The first trimester, I thank God I didn't puke.
Yeah.
I didn't have all these shenanigans. I thank God, because I don't know how I would have coped. But I was very tired. I could hardly, just a lot of fatigue. Then second trimester, I got back to things. I could swim and da. Now this last trimester, you can see I am here. Yes. But now walking is no problem. Yeah. But me, I think I'm okay.
You are okay. You are okay. But we want to know, what are you craving?
Hey, actually, I'm not really. No, my pregnancy hasn't been what, or maybe I expected too much. But me, I've always loved chocolate. Yeah. I'm still eating my chocolate. Yeah. I drink a lot of milk. I love milk, the flavored milk. Na kwanza hii maziwa ya Dairy Fresh. Wanafaa wanipatie brand ambassador. Mimi hiyo maziwa. Na kunywa hiyo maziwa, hata ukiangalia kwa gari sasa hivi utaona Dairy Fresh. bubble gum.
Yeah.
Munipatie hiyo kazi. Hiyo but nimekuwa nikikunywa, so there's nothing naweza sema ati nimetuma my husband aende anunue saa 6 za usiku. Hapana, mimi niko tu sawa.
Yeah. Is it a girl? Is it a boy? Look at how you're looking at me. Like, you didn't go there.
Well, let us say it is a child. A beautiful child.
Yes.
Na akikuja, see you will come back again.
Yes, yes, please. But have you like chosen a name for the child?
It's quite important to do that. Yeah. Yes, it's very important to have, because I'm a believer of seeing that thing and giving it a name. So yes, we have a name.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, Mama Baha is not about to tell us what the name is or give us hints on what the name is.
People guessing.
Yes.
Ama, yeah? Keep people guessing. Yeah.
What would you tell that person who is praying for a spouse, whether man or female, or that particular person who is praying for a child?
Well, keep on praying. Keep on praying. There's after I wrote the post on Facebook and on Instagram, a few people reached out and told me, yeah, even me, I have been, which I was like, my God, I mean, really, I am speaking to somebody. You know, sometimes we write, we just write things, we don't know we're actually speaking to somebody. They will tell me, even I have been praying, or I should start praying and be intentional about it. Well, let me say that God says that those people who love me, I love them, isn't it? God fulfills the desires of our hearts. He knows our hearts, our motives, our intentions. He sees. When you pray, He's your Father. There is never a time you ask for bread, He gives you a stone. He's your Father. The owner of it all. He purposed, and the institution that is highly favored of God is this institution of marriage. So continue at it. Do not give up. The Lord will speak. It might, to you, it might look long, like 2018 and 2021, but it may tarry, but it will surely come, because it is God you are asking. It's not man. You're not asking me. Yes. It is God you're asking. He has a good purpose. He has a good vision for your life. He knows what you need before you have told Him. So continue at it. Continue, and He will speak. And whatever He says, receive it. Receive it. Let
me tell you, you're just oozing wisdom, and I'm just here, like, just continue talking. But you know, Valentine is here. Valentine, you're about to tell me, you know what you're about to tell me, Wanjiko? That every day is Valentine's Day. But do you have plans for that specific day?
Let me tell you what. With this baby, there is nothing else you can think of. My birthday was juicy. Me, I'm wondering, what is it? You know, because the baby has taken, let us just say, and being a first-time mother, the baby has taken priority.
Yes.
So before, I never used to celebrate Valentine's. So mimi, unless partner hapo ajichoche,
yeah,
anakubalishwa ajichoche, but mimi every day sinakula chocolate. Niko na maua nililetewa juzi. So si unaona ni Valentine. Ama what else would we want? Sasa mimi hizo mipango mimi sijui. Yeah. It's a normal day. Yeah. Is it Monday?
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
Yes.
Sasa si unaona ni Monday.
Yeah.
It's a normal day. Yeah.
Have you ever gifted anyone a Valentine's Day gift?
Again, it's a normal day. So if I didn't give you yesterday, I might not give you on Valentine's, but the next day, You see, I might not give you on Monday, but on Tuesday I might give you. But yeah, so no, I've never been big on Valentine's on itself. Yeah, I believe gifting sailo unaweza. Kwa nini nijipatie pressure that one day and then tunyamaziane mpaka next? Hapana, saa ingine niko na kitu hapa, naweza kuambia hizi shades umevaa they look nice, let me gift you, isn't it? Yeah, without having to plan or purpose for it. But yeah, no.
By the way, Wanjiko, these shades are so nice.
No. Fight it.
2022, there is the baby. Mpaka is here. What else?
Niingie siasa? Never ever. Never ever. I mean, first of all, coming from my brother, I think there's a lot more still to be done. So hapana, and hapana. Sina hiyo nguvu. Wacha tuseme sina hiyo nguvu. But I mean 2022 is just growing and taking a day as it comes, and more so just waiting on that guided path from God, saying go this way, do this. But I know Mpaka is big, and so I don't know if I can be able to do other things other than still continue acting. I act, I produce, I AD on set. Production is me, and I. So other than that, but for me right now is concentrating on family and Mpaka.
By the way, when are you due?
God willing, the dates have been given is between March 29th and 2nd April. Yeah. So say to go home stretch. Yeah.
And we want to wish you all the best.
Yay!
Yes. With the child, with the production, with everything. Thank you so much for coming through for us.
Yeah, karibu sana. Thank you for reaching out. It's been amazing just being in front of the camera. It's been a moment. Actually, I think huyu mtoto anawapenda. Yes. Me, I don't do interviews. Kama mumeniona pali pengine muniambie. Na si Citizen. Musiseme Citizen. Kama umeniona mahali pengine, haya, mjue hii 2022 pia nyinyi mmebarikiwa na nimeshukuru sana.
And of course, baby, we love you. We love you so much. Yes.
For the camera. Yes. See, even you kick.
For the camera. Yes, thank you so much. We really do appreciate you. And of course, thank you so much, guys, for watching. My name is Kalandu Musimi. Behind the camera is the one and only Saidi Abdallah and Liz Gigi. Bye.